Tracking the latest tropical storm that's expected to turn into a hurricane over the next couple days. We'll be breaking down what that could mean for the southeast coming up in a little bit.
Covering news where you live. This is 5 News First at 4.
Seen this before with something like Hurricane Michael that continued to gather strength. So this is going to be a major impact, and Floridians should expect that this storm will be a major Cat 3 plus hurricane.
Florida's Gulf Coast bracing for Tropical Storm Idalia.
And it's intensifying as it moves. It's likely to morph into a major hurricane, as you heard the governor just say there, before it even touches Florida, with the National Hurricane Center already issuing warnings for communities today up and down the state's west side. Thanks for joining us for your 5 News First at 4. I'm Alexandra Burnley.
And I'm Darren Bobb. That storm headed past Cuba into the Gulf of Mexico right now. Forecasters expect it will hit Florida's Gulf Coast by Wednesday as a major hurricane. Some
evacuations have already started. As Christian Benavides explains, contaminated gas could make it harder for people to get out.
Automatic sandbagging machines are running around the clock in Tampa, Florida. All along Florida's Gulf Coast, hurricane watches are up as Idalia nears.
So we're prepping and hoping for the best.
Life-threatening storm surge and hurricane-force winds could arrive as early as Tuesday, and the storm's predicted to make landfall Wednesday north of Tampa.
But anything that wobbles with this storm could change that. So pretty much anybody on the west coast of Florida, I mean, you can see major impact.
The U.S. Coast Guard is preparing helicopters for search and rescue missions, and the National Guard has been mobilized. Evacuations have begun in low-lying areas north of Tampa, and more evacuations are expected. Officials are urging residents to keep their vehicle gas tanks at least half full. But there are concerns of a potential fuel contamination here in Florida. Citgo officials say that at least 29 gas stations, diesel fuel was found mixed into regular gasoline, which can cause cars to malfunction. Officials blame human error at the Port of Tampa.
We're working with DEM to get those fuels evacuated and replaced with clean fuel.
Idalia comes less than a year after Hurricane Ian, which killed 150 people and caused widespread destruction. Many in Florida's Fort Myers Beach are still living in trailers.
Please do not stay in the trailers. They're not safe to stay in. Even with a minor surge, they could float.
Forecasters say Idalia could become a Category 3 storm as it strengthens in the Gulf of Mexico Tuesday. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Tampa, Florida.
President Biden did speak with Governor DeSantis and approved an emergency declaration for all of Florida.
And by the way, the Tampa International Airport will also suspend all of its operations at midnight.
All right, here's a look at Idalia's path right now. You can see it churning just right there north of the Yucatan, between that and Cuba. Stephen, one thing we know for certain is we're not going to see any of the effects of this in our area.
Yeah, this is not going to affect Arkansas in any type of way, but we're preparing for in the southeast another potential strong catastrophic hurricane starting to move through. We are just outside Category 1 status. Most likely sometime either late tonight or heading into tomorrow, we're going to see that reach up into that hurricane status. Those wind gusts are on 70 miles per hour right now. Wind gusts peaking up near 85 miles per hour right now. Those sustained winds around 70. Now, this is going to continue to track up into the Gulf with those really warm waters right now. And like we mentioned, expected to reach up into that Category 3 status just outside of the west coast of Florida. We'll be tracking this tropical storm as it continues to push up towards the north into the western side of Florida.